Buckle up, hairspray warriors.
Is he talking to me? He better not be talking to me.
Because we're about to dive into the heavy side of hair metal.
What the hell are you saying?
So welcome back. I know hair metal is supposed to be all lipstick, leather, and love ballads. But hear me out. Sometimes the glam gods cranked the gain, dropped the gloss, and gave us songs that straight up punch teeth in. This ain't just about pretty boys with scarves. This is about the moments when hair metal went full throttle and ripped the sleeves off and said, yeah, we could be heavy too.
Praise Satan.
These are my favorite songs from my era. So stick around because we're about to break down 5 hair metal songs that, in my opinion, are hard, whether you admit it or you don't. Welcome to Headbangers History, where riffs reign supreme and legends are born. Let's dive into the heart-pounding history of hard rock and heavy metal. So look, by the mid-'80s, hair metal had conquered the world. LA's Sunset Strip was basically one long Aquanet commercial.
Hairspray.
Bands were printing gold records every time they sneezed.
Show me the money!
But while most people remember the ballads and the party anthems, a few of these bands were quietly or not so quietly dropping riffs that could stand shoulder to shoulder with the thrash scene.
Yeah, but Cal, those are two things that don't really go together.
Yeah, I said it. There, I said it.
Not too smart, huh?
It was happening right across the town from them. And this was the era where eyeliner and attitude met serious distortion. And for a brief, glorious moment, the line between glam and heavy started to blur. So what makes these songs hit different? I think it's the riffs. Big chugging ones, down-picked monsters that could sneak onto a Metallica record if you weren't paying attention.
Everyone in this room is now dumber.
Then you got those drums. Usually they're tight, snappy, locked in with bass lines that weren't just there to fill space. And on top, the vocalists were unleashing those high-wire, throat-shredding screams that made you believe every single word, whether they were singing about the wild side of life or just being mad as hell. So forget the power ballads for a second. This was the sound of hair metal with something I pick for 5 heavy hair metal bangers. Number 1 is Kickstart My Heart, Mötley Crüe. It had zero chill. It was all gas. That revving intro, the warp speed verses, and a chorus that makes you want to jump on a motorcycle and go through a freaking wall. This is glam metal turned up to 11 and trying to break the dial. Number 2 was Slave to the Grind, Skid Row. And if you thought Skid Row were just about youth and power ballads, you need to think again. You got to go listen to them. This is thrash disguised in tight leather pants, double-time drums, savage riffs, and Sebastian Bach absolutely spits fire. Number 3 is Skid Row, Youth Gone Wild. Yeah, again, I could do that. What of it? This is hair metal's version of a riot anthem. Gang vocals, fist-pumping energy, and the kind of riff that makes you want to quit your job and hit the road. Number 4 was Metal Health, Bang Your Head, Quiet Riot. Go listen to it. This is OG stuff. This track basically laid the blueprint for how hair metal could stomp, it could shred, shouts its way into a heavy metal history. That riff, it's iconic, that chorus, eternal. And number 5, Mötley Crüe again with Wild Side. To me, it was dark, it was dangerous, it was dirty. It's a soundtrack of my youth, but a night you probably shouldn't have survived. Mick Mars's guitar sounds like it crawled out of a gutter, and we love it. Absolutely loved it. It was very important in my life. So these songs were proof that hair metal wasn't just fluff and filler. Sure, they had the image, but under all that teased hair and spandex were some legit heavy tracks and talented musicians that never got the respect they deserved.
History.
And let's not forget, without these heavier moments, hair metal wouldn't have stuck the landing into the heavier side of mainstream rock. Bands like Pantera came straight from the glam scene. Of course, before going full groove metal beast mode. So glam does have teeth, and sometimes it bites.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Fair use reminder that if you're blasting these bangers today, do the right thing. Spin the records, buy the remasters, grab the tour shirts. Give some love to these legends who proved glam could absolutely grind. So in closing, obviously I don't care what anybody says. Hair metal can be heavy, and these tracks are living, screaming proof. If you lived in the era that I survived, the 80s, and you wanted any girl to notice you, thrash metal just didn't carry the same weight.
God, you're so smart. It's kind of annoying.
So I need you to spill it. Who else has a wild side playlist ready to go? Drop your favorite heavy glam tracks in the comments and let's crank them together. Let's crank it to the moon. And for anybody out there that is a keyboard warrior ready to attack me because this is Headbangers history, that's exactly what it is. This is part of the history. Without those bands, we don't have some of the heavier bands. Everything is together. It's all music. Go enjoy it. If you love it, listen to it. Don't worry about the keyboard warriors. This is Headbangers History. I'll see you soon. Welcome to Headbangers History, where riffs reign supreme and legends are born. Let's dive into the heart-pounding history of hard rock and heavy metal.